Hello, my name is Leah Sugarman. Welcome to your evening yoga stretch. Hopefully this will help you to feel really stretched out throughout your whole body so that you can relax into a nice deep restful sleep for tonight. So start in any comfortable seated position. Ground down into your sitting bones and lift up tall through the crown of your head. Soften and relax your shoulders away from your ears. From here, reach and extend your right arm out in line with your shoulder, and then relax your right hand so that your wrist falls limp. Inhale, lengthen the crown of your head up, and as you exhale, slowly release your left ear toward your left shoulder. Now, if this feels good, you could stay just as you are, or if you want to, you could experiment with either lifting or lowering your right arm to find the place that feels like the best release for you. When you find that place, you can either soften your gaze, or if you'd like to, you could close your eyes. And just let your body soften and relax into this shape. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, relax your right arm down. Just pause for a moment here. Keep your head as it is. Soften your neck, soften your jaw. And then on your next breath, slowly draw your head back to neutral and stretch your left arm out in line with your shoulder. Relax your hand, relax your wrist, and inhale, reach the crown of your head up. Exhale, slowly release your right ear toward your right shoulder. Option to stay here or lift or lower your left arm until you find the best release. And when you find that place, just pause there. Maybe close your eyes if you'd like. And soften the side of your neck, soften your jaw. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, slowly relax your left arm down. Keep your head as it is for just a moment. Soften your left shoulder toward the mat. And inhale, slowly draw your head back to neutral. Cross your ankles and roll forward onto all fours. Find a tabletop position with your shoulders aligned over your wrists and your hips aligned over your knees. And on an inhale, pour your weight into your left hand to reach and extend your right arm up toward the sky. Exhale, slide your right arm underneath your left. Reach your right shoulder and your cheek to the floor. An option to stay here or rise to your left fingertips and tiptoe your left hand forward toward the top of your mat as you lengthen from your left fingertips all the way down through your left sitting bones. Lengthen your left outer hip down toward the bottom of your mat and spin your chest open toward the left. Again, maybe you'd like to soften your gaze or close your eyes here as you soften into the opening. If your left arm is forward, slowly walk it back underneath your shoulder. Ground down into your left hand to rise back up into a tabletop. And this time, pour your weight into your right hand. Sweep and extend your left arm up toward the sky. And then exhale, slide your left arm underneath your right and soften your left shoulder and your cheek to the floor. Option to stay here or rise to your right fingertips and tiptoe your right hand forward toward the top of your mat And lengthen from your right fingertips all the way down to your outer right hip. Lengthen your right hip toward the bottom of your mat. And all the while spin your chest open toward the right. If your right arm is forward, slowly walk it back underneath your shoulder. Press down firmly into your right hand to rise back up into tabletop. Now from here, keep your hips aligned over your knees and then slowly walk your hands forward toward the top of your mat as far as you comfortably can. And then relax the weight of your upper body down toward the floor. You're welcome to rest your chin or your forehead down onto the mat. And soften the weight of your shoulders. Gently hug your shoulder blades toward each other as you peel open your chest. Inhale to slowly lift your head and chest. Walk your hands back to align roughly underneath your shoulders. And then from here, step your right foot forward next to your right thumb. Now you're welcome to stay as you are, or if you'd like to, you can rise to your fingertips. Lean the weight of your hips forward. Lengthen your back body. Lift your spine up away from your pelvis as you melt the weight of your hips toward the floor. With every inhale, elongate your spine. With every exhale, relax the weight of your hips. Inhale deeply. And as you exhale, send the weight of your hips back. Draw your right knee to rest underneath your right hip. Release your palms back down to the floor in a neutral tabletop. Now from here, soften your belly toward the mat. Draw your shoulder blades together. Peel open your chest. Maybe lift your gaze. Exhale, root firmly against your palms as you round your whole back body. Hug your navel in and up and draw your shoulder blades apart. Inhale, soften your belly toward the floor. Peel open your chest. Exhale, round through your whole back body. Inhale, return to a neutral spine. Stretch the crown of your head forward, lengthen your tailbone behind you, and then step your left foot forward next to your left thumb. Option to rise up to your fingertips, and then lean the weight of your hips forward. Melt the weight of your back hip down toward the floor, and stretch the crown of your head up toward the sky. Lift the weight of your spine up away from your pelvis. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Even draw the tips of your shoulder blades together ever so slightly. Sink your hips down and lift your spine up. With every inhale, grow a little bit taller. With every exhale, relax your hips a little bit closer toward the floor. Inhale deeply here. And as you exhale, send the weight of your hips back. Draw your left knee underneath your left hip. Ground your palms to the floor. And then walk your hands forward about 1 palm's distance. Tuck your toes underneath and lift your knees from the floor. Send your sit bones high to the sky in downward facing dog. Option to bend your knees as much as you'd like to here. Root into your fingertips, into your palms, and then lift up out of your shoulders. Stretch out through your whole spine as you send your sitting bones to the sky. Inhale deeply here and look forward. And then exhale, draw your right knee to the outside of your right wrist and slide your right ankle towards your left wrist as far as you comfortably can. Wiggle your back foot down the mat and then relax the weight of your pelvis toward the floor. You can untuck your back toes, rise up to your fingertips, and elongate your whole spine. Energetically draw your front knee and your back knee toward each other to help square your hips forward. Now you're more than welcome to stay up tall here, or if you'd like to, you can lead with your chest and hinge from your hips to slowly fold forward over your legs. And you can lower onto your forearms. You can lower all the way down to the floor. So find the positioning that feels best for you right now. If it feels nice, you're welcome to relax your head and neck. Maybe close your eyes as you soften into this stretch. Notice how your breath moves through you. Notice where you can soften in your body. If you folded forward, inhale to slowly rise back up. Ground your palms firmly down to the floor, about shoulder width apart. Tuck your back toes underneath. Lift your back knee off the floor and send your hips up high into downward facing dog. Draw your right foot to meet your left. Root firmly into your palms, lift up out of your shoulders, stretch out through your whole spine. And then bend deeply into your right knee as you stretch and extend your left leg. Switch sides, bend deeply into your left knee, stretch and extend out through your right leg. And just continue pedaling out your feet, walk from side to side. If it feels nice to stop and pause on one side for a little bit longer, feel free to do so. Continue to elongate your whole back body by pressing into your palms and stretching your sit bones high. Take one more full breath here. Even yourself out from side to side. And then when you're ready, return to a neutral down dog. And look forward. Draw your left knee to the outside of your left wrist. Ground your whole shin to the floor and wiggle your left foot toward your right wrist. And then slide your back foot down, the back knee down the mat as you release the weight of your pelvis toward the floor. Rise up onto your fingertips. Energetically scissor your knees toward each other and lengthen your back body. Option to stay here, or if you'd like to, you could lead with your chest and fold forward over your legs. Feel free to rest onto your forearms or all the way down to the floor. If it feels nice, you could relax the weight of your head forward and down. Maybe close your eyes. Just pay attention to wherever you feel sensation within your body. Maybe visualize yourself sending a little extra breath wherever it's needed so that you can allow your body to soften as you prepare for bed. Now, if you folded forward, inhale to slowly rise back up, rise back onto your palms. And this time release your weight onto your left hip to swing your right leg around in front of you. From here, draw the soles of your feet together and open your knees out wide. And relax the weight of your hips toward the floor. Now you get to choose how close or how far away you'd like your feet to be from your pelvis. Then take your fingertips back behind your hips and ground down into your fingertips to elongate and lengthen your whole spine. Relax the weight of your knees down toward the floor. An option to stay here, or lead with your chest and hinge from your hips to dive forward over your legs. If you take that forward fold, you may even wish to use the weight of your arms to gently press down against your inner thighs to deepen that release for you. So as always, if it feels nice, you could close your eyes. And allow your body to soften here as you soften into the release. Now, if you fold it forward, inhale to slowly rise back up. And keep your left leg as it is. Just stretch your right leg out long forward in front of you. And draw the sole of your left foot into your inner right thigh. Inhale, elongate your spine. And as you exhale, turn your whole torso to face towards your right foot. And then lead with your chest and hinge from your hips to dive forward over your right leg. Inhale to slowly rise back up. Again, keep your left leg as it is and bend deeply into your right knee. And then place the sole of your right foot on the outside of your left knee. Take your right fingertips behind your right hip, ground down into your left sitting bone, and lift up tall through your spine. And then inhale, and as you exhale, spin and spiral toward your right. Give yourself a hug. So hook your left elbow around your right shin and draw your leg in toward your torso as you spin and spiral toward the right. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, rotate and twist. On your next breath, slowly unwind your twist. Again, draw the soles of your feet together. Open your knees out wide. Lift and lengthen your whole spine. Now keep your right leg as it is and stretch your left leg out long toward the side of your mat. Draw the sole of your right foot into your inner left thigh. Lengthen and lift through your whole back body and then spiral and twist your torso so it faces towards your left leg. And then lead with your chest and hinge from your hips to dive forward over your left leg. You can walk your hands forward as little or as much as you would like to. Inhale to slowly rise back up. Keep your right leg as it is, bend deeply into your left knee, and then place the sole of your left foot on the outside of your right knee. Take your left fingertips behind your left hip, ground down into your right sitting bone, and inhale, lengthen through your whole back body. As you exhale, spiral and twist your torso toward the left. Hook your right elbow over your left shin and give yourself a hug. Draw your leg in towards your body as you spin and twist. On your next breath, slowly unwind your twist and find your way onto your back. Bend deeply into both knees and draw them in towards your chest. Give yourself a hug. Draw everything in closely. And then catch a hold behind your knees. And keep your knees hugging in closely to your chest, but draw them apart from each other so you hug your knees down toward your armpits. Option to stay here or flex your ankles and keep your knees bent deeply as you reach the soles of your feet up toward the sky. And again, you could stay like this or slide your hands up to hold your shins or your ankles or the pinky sides of your feet in a happy baby pose. Soften the weight of your shoulders toward the floor and lengthen your whole pelvis down into the mat. So reach your tailbone toward the floor. Now you could stay in stillness, or if it feels nice, you may wish to add a gentle sway from side to side and rock your hips. Massage your whole lower back against the floor. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, bend deeply into your knees. Once again, draw them into your chest. Hug everything in closely. If it feels nice, you could again sway your hips gently from side to side. And then slowly release your legs out long forward in front of you. Relax your arms down by your sides. And soften the full weight of your body into the floor. Soften your gaze or close your eyes completely. And as you relax the weight of your body down, slow and relax the rhythm of your breath. And allow yourself to completely soften and surrender into this final resting pose. Savasana. And feel free to stay here for as long as you would like today. You may even wish to just fall asleep in this position. So hopefully you feel a little bit more stretched out, a little bit more open, even a little bit more relaxed and ready for bed tonight. Thank you so much for sharing your practice.